teaching the air squat, what we're going to be doing is having our athletes move to shoulder to hip width apart with our toes generally pointing out. From here, we have our athletes think about focusing on their big toe, little toe, and their heels, and putting the weight over their laces or in the mid-foot. I then have the athletes go ahead and get me 2 air squats. I don't talk about chest up, I don't talk about eyes being up. I want to see how they move with just simple instruction on just where their feet need to be. So they'll go through 2 squats. You'll have them do 1, 2. You'll visualize walking around, looking side to side, noticing depth. I also want you to notice their foot placement. The feet are going to be the biggest portion that we're going to mess with the most. Of course, we'll play with other areas, but the feet are the basis of all things when we're triaging and looking at athletes. After I have them do 2 air squats with their feet, we talk about their knees. What we need to do is have knees tracking over their second to third toe. We want to make sure that we note that we don't have the knee fall in, right? And we don't want the knee to fall too far out. Both those can give too much wear and tear on the body, causing you to have injuries or just long-term pain. So in the end, we tell them track your knees over the second, third toe. And again, I reiterate, your feet should be shoulder to hip width. We're looking for that big toe, little toe in your heel, weight over the midfoot, and then go ahead and get me 2 more air squats. And again, now you're watching their knees, you're looking at their feet. They're gonna go into their squats. You're gonna notice if their knees are gonna be falling in, it would look like so. And then you're gonna notice if their knees are falling too far out. Let's see if I can get one. Right. We don't want them too far out, too far in. You can tell the athletes this, or this is more of that mental watching and noting. And if you see them falling in, make a note of it and tell them. A good tactile cue. Put your hand on the outside of their leg and have them press out. You can also tell them as they come out of their squat to squeeze their bum or their butt, and that way it helps open up the knees automatically. Going to the next portion, we are then going to move into your hips, right? So we want to see the hips sending back like you're getting ready to sit in a chair. Generally, I'll tell the athlete that, you know, you want to pretend that you're sitting in those kindergartner chairs or something really short. So again, you reiterate, feet are shoulder to hip width. Knees are going to track over your second to big toe, and we're looking for your hips to descend or head back, right? So we want this movement happening with them. You can even make a little dance if they're having some issues, right? Then from there, you're going to go ahead and have them perform another squat. On this movement of their hips, you're going to look for depth. You're going to tell them that you're looking to get below parallel. You're looking for the hip crease to get below the knee crease in depth of the squat. You're looking for side to side, and then you'll be moving all the way around. After you get through the hip portion, you're then going to come up to the stomach. You're going to talk to them about bracing, having a nice tight core while we do our squats. You'll again have them go back, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed out. You're then going to have them knees over the second to third toe, pushing their hips back and bracing their core, so having a nice tight stomach. Or you can think of telling them, like, if you feel like somebody's gonna punch you, you would brace your core, or maybe a little baby engagement, like you're doing a baby sit-up. And from there, have them go into another squat. They're gonna be doing a lot of squats. The next part is keeping your chest up. So we talked to them about keeping their chest up. A good way to do that is to keep your eyes up, right? So we want to have our eyes tracking up. I generally point something out in the room, whether it's the white wall ball lines or the black lines, kettlebells, rowers, something that's way above their eyesight. Making sure they aren't flexing their neck, looking at the ceiling, but eyes that are tracking up and away. From there, have them go through another squat. They can raise their hands and block the sun out, is what we tell the kids. It's a good way to help them keep their balance and also to help them get into the depth of the squat and come back out of it, kind of a kipping motion. So again, from here I'll have them probably do 3 to 4 squats. At this point, they've done probably over 20 squats. You might have to have them shake their legs out. All right, hopefully this is helpful.